Hi everyone, it's Adam the South End guy. Just welcome you back to my channel. Again, as I said last week, I want to try and do a vlog once a week as well, in addition to my main content, just to give you an update of where I'm at and that sort of thing. Content wise, those of you that follow me on Facebook, hopefully you will have enjoyed the Halloween special at Hadley Castle. Those of you that follow me on YouTube, it will be up. I did record it for YouTube as well, just like I did with the St Andrew's Church episode, which would have been last week. So that will be up in due course. Not quite sure how long, because I've still got a few other videos to edit and they've got to go up as well. The good thing about that is that where I've recorded quite a lot up until this point, we should have episodes which will get us all through this period of lockdown that's coming up. So although the lockdown is on its way, I've got videos at present. I'm just going to have a quick look. I've actually got videos scheduled up until the end of the month, so that's how it is at the moment. Plus I've got stuff that I've also recorded, and I'm just going through the editing process at the moment, and they'll be up, and that should take us into January. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that whatever plans they've got with this stupid bloody lockdown, I'm hoping that they'll more or less be over. I mean, there's been mention of, like, they'll come out, because Boris has said they're coming out on the 2nd of December, what have you, and I suspect what they'll do, they'll probably drop back down to the tier system. Whatever, I don't care. So long as we can drop down enough for me to carry on recording as I have been. That is one thing I will have to check. If I can get out and do any recording, I will do, but obviously I'll have to abide by whatever the laws are. So if it transpires that I can go out and do recording, that's great, but unfortunately, due to the restrictions that are becoming in place, I will have to record episodes on my own. So I will have to review what sites I can feasibly cover when it's just me, but I'm sure there's a way around it. So that being that, I have an extra treat hopefully this week. I've got another video coming up which is not an investigation. I've actually done a road test on an Africa Twin, the 2020 model, and I've just got to get that edited. That should be up this week. As I probably said in my introduction video, along with the paranormal stuff that I do, I'm going to try and get some road tests in as well. Mainly bikes, some cars. I've still got to do one on my Saab actually, just to talk you through that. Might do that tomorrow. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, so that's where we're at. The 2020 Africa Twin test ride is coming up. That should be out this week. Go a little bit easy on me. It is my first test ride. Or it's my first official bike review, I shall say. Those of you that know me know how much I love the Africa Twin. So with this new model coming out, having all sorts of bells and whistles on it was, you know, I was a bit dubious. But stay tuned, watch that video, and you'll see my thoughts. Obviously, leave your own. Any suggestions for future content in that relation would be greatly welcomed. The other issue being, although actually no, it might not be, but those in the biking fraternity are probably aware that Triumph have got a new bike coming out, the Trident, which from what I can understand is like a sort of base entry level, if you can call it that, big bike. So it's a, you know, it's a full size bike, but it's like an entry level Triumph, primarily aimed at new riders by the looks of it. I like the look of it. It does look quite funky. There's a couple of retro nods in there. It's I think the price is coming in about £8 something like that. Might be a bit less, I don't know. But yeah, that's coming up. It's I think it's a 660 triple. I just say I like the look of that, and I'm hoping I can get a test ride when that comes out, which is the 2021 model. So yeah, I hopefully look forward to that. I mean, this lockdown is going to cause issues if I can get a test ride and other stuff. But then saying that, we're approaching that time of year when the weather's just rubbish for that kind of thing anyway. But the interesting thing I'm going to do, if when I can get the test ride on the Trident, is it'll be a good comparison with my Thunderbird. I cut one or two design cues I've seen in it, plus it develops a similar sort of power to what my Thunderbird does. Obviously mine's a little, if you go back to my Thunderbird video, I do talk you through it. I've done a couple of little modifications, which as far as I'm aware takes up to the Thunderbird Sport spec or around that. So the comparison will be very interesting. So yeah, that being that, one other thing, one or two people have mentioned about putting donations in, which is great. I've had my first donation and a new bit of equipment that's come from James and Emily. Thank you so much for that. It'll be coming in so useful. I've already bought a new app to use with my other two phones. As I said, I'm recording off my old Lumia 930, which still works perfectly. It's quite a good phone, even though it's old. But I've put an app onto my newer Nokia, the smashed up old Nokia 8 you've probably seen in the videos, where I've run Necrophonic from. That's also my Nokia 9. But I've since bought a new app. It's called GhostTube, and we're currently getting to grips to that. And it was quite interesting when we used it on Halloween. From Tracy was using my phone with that app, and so it was the first time we got to grips with it. And the sort of feedback I was getting from Tracy, it did sound quite good. Admittedly, I'm, the Necrophonic one I've been working on for since I've started this, and it's more or less proved, it's shown its worth. But when you look at other apps to do with the paranormal, you've got to kind of sort out what's how can it be? I mean, they're all down as entertainment purposes, because the paranormal science isn't a proven science, I'd say. So officially down to entertainment. But you've got to look for these apps and think, okay, which ones look like they've been designed seriously, and the ones might be just a bit of fun, but actual fun. And the GhostTube app, I'm quite impressed with it at the moment. The only thing I haven't been able to suss out is the SLS side of it. Hopefully can try and do that in due course this week before we go into lockdown, because primarily why I've got the app is because there's an SLS camera feature with it, and it was primarily designed for iOS, but they since done it for Android as well, and they've had to alter one or two things to get it to work with Android. I'm looking forward to seeing the other facilities. But as I say, what parts of that app went off on Halloween, I was really impressed with. There's like a magnetometer, something like that. Tracy said that was going off. That was going up to the red. Obviously, was getting some words coming through which seemed relevant to the site, particularly when it came up with danger. And obviously, I was standing under that sign that had danger on it. Was that coincidence? Don't know. But the magnetometer thing, she said, was going into the red. And when I was asking questions about dowsing rods and like pointing to where you are and all that, it was literally pointing at Tracy. So I think it works all right, and hopefully we're going to use it more often. So that's one of the new things I've got, that new app. I've got, I might mention before, there is a spirit box coming. Again, great donation for James, thank you very much. And I'm going to have a look at what else I can fit in. I'm possibly thinking of another camera, but I might be able to work with what I've got here. So again, I'll take a look at that and see what I can do. When you're on a budget, it's quite limited. You have to be very creative and inventive about how you do things. I mean, the camera stand that this is standing on at the moment cost me like £4 from cash converters. I've got one or two other bits like that, just grabbing bargains when you see them. So with donations, what I'm going to do is set a Patreon page up to get that running. So if anyone can get donations in with that, that'd be great. It'll help keep my channel going, you know, put fuel in the car, go towards any bits and pieces that I might need when I'm out. Fortunately, I think I'm pretty much okay. Once the spirit box comes and if I can get the SLS working, I'm sort of kind of done on the equipment to a point there, because I think I've got every kind of method of ghost detection that you can have. So I think we'll, you know, but you never know. Something might come up and I'll go, oh, yeah, I love that. Yeah, as I said, so again, thank you, James and Emily. Wonderful donations. Can't thank you enough for that. Patreon page will be getting set up. So if anyone else wants to make donations, again, you know, all gratefully received. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. If I don't think of anything else, or if you've got any questions, stick them down in the comments, and I will go through whatever you put, answer them back, and take any suggestions on board. So there we go. That's where we're at. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you on Thursday, and possibly one more with the new bike test. So thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.